Ever feel like you're capable of so much more, but like there's something holding you back, some invisible ceiling, like a mental traffic jam,
Right.
and it's clogging up all your potential. Well, today we're going to dive deep into this world of NLP and rapid change, specifically something called the Clear Resolution Method. See if we can unlock some serious personal growth, right?
And the really exciting part is we're not talking about years and years on a therapist's couch, We're talking often noticeable shifts within like a single session.
Yeah, exactly, like fast results, which is where Chris Richardson comes in, our guide for this deep dive. He's an NLP practitioner, certified in rapid resolution therapy, and the founder of this Clear Resolution Method we're talking about. But he's not just, following someone else's playbook, right? He's actually developed his own unique techniques over decades. We're talking 33 years of studying hypnosis, 25 years with NLP, and he's trained with, like, the leading figures in the field.
And that's a key point, I think, because Chris blends this incredibly deep well of expertise with a really nuanced understanding of how, like, the human mind actually operates. So it's not about just putting a Band-Aid on your problems, It's about really, like, helping you rewrite your internal code, so to speak, for lasting change.
Okay, so let's unpack this whole NLP thing a bit. Now, I'm sure you've probably heard the term before, right? Neuro-linguistic programming. But I think for a lot of people, it can seem kind of, well, technical, maybe?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's one of those terms, right? Sounds very clinical. But at its heart, NLP is really just a practical toolkit. It's about understanding the connections, those links between your thoughts, the language you use, and ultimately your behavior.
So it's not just some, like, abstract theory, but something you can actually use, like tools, to make actual changes in your life.
Exactly, tangible shifts. And that's what I think makes Chris's clear resolution method so fascinating. He takes these, powerful NLP techniques and combines them with other approaches like rapid resolution therapy, even hypnosis, to create these really personalized transformations. It's pretty amazing.
Okay, now I'll admit, when I first heard hypnosis, like, I picture the whole swinging pocket watch thing,
Yeah.
and people clucking like chickens, that sort of thing. But this is different, right? This isn't that.
It is different, yeah. We're definitely not talking about stage hypnosis here. This is about gently guiding you into a relaxed state. And in that state, you can actually access your unconscious mind, right?
Oh.
That's the place where all those deep-seated patterns and beliefs kind of live. The stuff that might be holding you back without you even realizing it, you know what I mean?
So it's like you're tapping into the source code of your mind almost.
That's a great analogy. I like that. And that's where all of Chris's expertise with RRT really comes in, rapid resolution therapy, because it's all about like quickly, effectively identifying and shifting those limiting beliefs that we've been talking about.
I bet some people listening are thinking, okay, this sounds amazing, but does it really work that fast? Like, how is that even possible?
Right. Well, so there's this story about Chris at Burning Man. Talk about a challenging environment to do this work, right? He was there and he was clearing people's issues in like 10 minutes during a dust storm.
Oh,
So, I mean, if NLP and hypnosis can work there.
clearing issues in a dust storm. Yeah, that sounds like the ultimate test. So let's say someone's listening and they're dealing with something specific, like insomnia. We've all been there. Or maybe they just feel stuck or unconfident. How does Chris actually use this clear resolution method to help them?
Okay, yeah, good question. So let's take insomnia. You mentioned that. So there's Meredith. She's a great example. She hadn't slept properly in 6 months, relied on medication just to get a little bit of sleep.
Yeah.
Totally hopeless, right? But after just one session with Chris, she saw this huge improvement. And then within a few more sessions, the insomnia was gone completely. She was finally able to reclaim her sleep, which, let me tell you, is huge. She was able to reclaim her life.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Like from hopeless to sleeping soundly in, what, a matter of sessions? That's amazing.
It is amazing. And then there's like Jay. He struggled with ADHD. Instead of seeing it as this disorder, Chris helped him reframe it to see it as having what he called a high horsepower mind, a mind that just needed to be like channeled effectively,
I like that idea of reframing challenges. It really resonates with me because it's like shifting your perspective, right? From what's wrong with me to how can I leverage this thing? How can I use this to my advantage?
Exactly. You got it. See, the clear resolution method, it's not about just fixing what's broken, It's about this recognition that we all have this incredible potential within us just waiting to be unlocked. It's about becoming the best, most authentic versions of ourselves, whatever that looks like, for each individual.
So it's not even like going from feeling stuck to neutral. It's like going from neutral to like superhuman almost.
Yeah. I love that. It really is about accessing all those like untapped reserves of potential we all have, you know. And you know what's interesting? This isn't even just for people like facing major challenges in their life.
What do you mean?
Well, we tend to think of therapy, right, as something you do when things are like really bad. Like when you're really in crisis mode.
Right, like hitting the panic button?
Yeah. Exactly. But the beauty of NLP and the clear resolution method specifically is that it can be so valuable for anyone who wants to, you know, level up their life. Even if things are like pretty good already, maybe you want to be a better communicator or finally break that bad habit you've had forever or, you know, just feel more confident in your day-to-day life. That this can help with that.
So it's like you don't have to wait for your engine to totally break down before you decide, hey, maybe I should tune this thing up a little bit.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah. It's like optimizing your mental and emotional performance, not just fixing what's broken, you know?
Right. Now, if someone's listening to this and thinking, okay, this all sounds incredible, but how do I know if this is right for me? Like, how do I even know where to start? What would you say to them?
I'd say trust your gut on this one. If something, you know, if this whole thing, this approach, if it resonates with you, if it sparks your curiosity, then that's probably a pretty good sign it might be worth, you know, exploring a bit further.
And what would that look like, practically speaking?
Well, Chris offers a free consultation on his website, CleaResolution, you can find it there. And it's a chance to just connect, you know, with him directly. Ask any questions you might have. Just kind of get a feel for whether this approach, you know, whether it really aligns with your goals, with your personality.
Because we're not talking about just some, self-proclaimed guru here,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
This is someone who's really walked the walk, trained with the best.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. This is someone who has like dedicated his life to mastering these techniques.
It feels like the big takeaway here isn't just about, fixing problems, but about, unlocking this whole other level of potential within ourselves.
100%. Yeah. It's that recognition that, you know, we're not defined by our past experiences. We're not defined by our current challenges. We have the power to rewrite those stories, you know, to shift those limiting beliefs and really create the lives we want.
And that's incredibly empowering, isn't it? To know that we don't have to stay stuck, that this kind of rapid change is possible, and that we have the resources within us to make it happen.
It really is. And, you know, often all it takes is the right guidance, the right tools,
Oh, yeah.
and the willingness to step into that power.
So well said. So for our listeners who are ready to explore these possibilities, remember to visit Chris Richardson's website. It's CleaResolution. You can find more information about his work, read those inspiring testimonials, and even book that free consultation we were talking about. See if his approach is the right fit.
And who knows, right? That one conversation could be the thing, the catalyst to unlocking that extraordinary potential.
It's a journey worth taking. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. And until next time, keep exploring, keep growing, and keep believing in the power of transformation.